Welcome back, friends and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first acoustic sort of rendition that we'll be looking at for Project Viminacium. For some of the pieces, I obviously started with, not obviously, when I was working on the vocal takes, right, for the song, for example, the Bother backing track you just listened to, it was a bit challenging, particularly when I was just starting out, to really figure out where the sort of vocal pocket is, or was. This is most evident in Lucid Dreams, where we talk about this. And one of the ways one of the things that have helped me and that I've been looking into is using a piano, for example, cover. This is something that my mentor, and when I was when I was doing vocal training, vocal coaching, we would start the piano, and it really helps because then in an acoustic piano it vibrates through the room, and it's much easier to practice and coach where the voice is within the room. But when you're dealing with something that's more electronic and you're playing it through like a speaker or something like that, it can be a little more challenging to really pinpoint and have a deeper relationship with the voice. It's challenging sometimes to really figure out, okay, are you in the right place? And what's helped with a lot of the songs I've been working on is looking at the guitar as a support, and looking at some of the songs from an acoustic space and having the the guitar vibrate with the vocal. Oh, I forgot to let's just tune the guitar quickly. I think it's pretty in tune. And the reason I mention that is because it's a good place to not only have a good sort of register, sort of relationship of where things are, but it also helps warm up the voice and naturally really harmonize with the instrument. And with the guitar being one area where I'm very comfortable in, it's been really good to help support the vocal. So with that, I thought it would be good to have an alternate sort of take of some of the pieces that I perhaps started vocally learning on the acoustic first. And with Stone Sour being something that I grew up listening to, particularly Through the Glass and Bother and Song Number 4, for example, and other pieces, these are songs that we were learning on the guitar when they were very popular then, and they still are very popular now, but almost when they came out essentially. So yeah, holds a very special place for me. So with that being said, I would like to share with you the acoustic sort of rendition of this piece. We're keeping sort of that similar sort of upper beat, sort of more funkier elements. So instead of it, the song has those elements, right? But it's slower in nature. Okay, so you don't need to bow, I don't need to leave. Right, so it's that sort of vibe. And like I mentioned in Bother for the vocal practice, I was naturally just doing it a little bit faster. So like that. And I thought that would be pretty cool, like more of a funkier sort of vibe to it. So so that being said, let's do the performance for you, and I hope you like my sort of direction for this piece. All right, here we go. Oops. My bad. Here we go. Wish I was dead to cry. My self-affliction face. Stone and my career. My some tears to which I get. You don't need to buy. I don't need to be. I'll just keep slipping further on. But once I'm gone, won't let go till it be. I wish I was dead to care. If indeed I cared at all, I never had a voice to protest. So unfair, we shouldn't have just. I wish I had a reason. Our floors are open season. Unless I gave up trying. But thank you. Don't need the bar. I don't need to be. I'll just keep stepping further. Once I'm gone, won't let go till it. I wish I'd died instead of lived. Zombie eyes and face. Shall forgotten with its memories. Diaries left or cryptic endings. You don't need a bother. And I don't need to be. I'll just keep slipping further. Once I'm you don't need the bot. I don't need to just keep slipping further. Once I hold on, let go till I'm. Never let down my sea. Okay, so I sort of messed up near the end. I need to do the switch around. The ending always gets me a bit because I need to go. I keep slipping further. I never let down my seat. But you don't need to bother. Keep slipping further down my seat. Almost feels like it's almost it can almost be like a key change of some sort, which I'm looking at. But right now, I really want to focus first on getting the right groove, because you can notice as well that I played it a little bit faster than I normally would. That's because I am a little bit nervous. I think what I might do is get the tempo for the sort of studio version and get a metronome and just make sure it was sort of there. Because sometimes if I am a bit nervous or I am a bit more excited to do something, it can be naturally just a little bit faster. So just got to be wary of that. But overall, I hope you can see how it's really helped me control the voice. You can see it's slightly different to the studio version for Bother. But the direction I want to go with this one is slightly different. So what I mean by that is let's take for example, let's play from the beginning, and you'll I'll show what I mean. So, wish I was to dare to cry a silver affliction face, stones throw in my creator, masterpiece to which I keep. You don't need to bother, and I don't need to be around, just keep slipping further. Once I'm gone, won't let go to be out. Wish I was, then didn't care, if indeed I cared at all. Never had a voice in protest, so you fed me shit and digest. I wish I had a reason, my floors are open season for the scheme of trying. Good turn says my dying, you don't need to bother, and I don't need to be around, just keep slipping further. Once I hung on. One of the cool things about the chords that we have is that instead of going like this, we can go. I think it's going to really help when we get into its final words, where it's like, keep slipping further. I can act almost as its own sort of key change for those final words. But what I'm looking for the acoustic is to blend some of the elements of the original with some of the elements more upbeat that I am incorporating. And particularly in those chorus sections, like, you don't need to bother, and I don't need to be around, just keep slipping further. You know? But instead of it being like, it's like, and the reason it makes it challenging is because the rhythm is faster, so it gets more challenging. So pinpoint where the right range and register is, and then you have to naturally yourself, fluctuate separately from what the guitar is doing. But that's something I'm looking into, and I think it'll turn out well. But there's many different ways we can approach this. I've been experimenting using the pick as well, but that doesn't. I don't feel it as the same representation, because I can't play, with the same sort of flexibility with just using my fingers. Particularly, getting the low and high E strings and B. It really helps create more of a dynamic around the song, and then we can also add a bit of add our own rendition, a bit of a solo, or something like that. Okay. But there you go. That's the sort of direction I'm going for the acoustic rendition of the Bother piece, and it's all complementing and helping the studio version. I feel every time I practice the acoustic version, I feel that the studio version, the vocal performance gets just a little bit stronger, because I have a good sort of foundation of, okay, let's try this and experiment, but then we have a good base of sort of where we can stay. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me for these new additions to the project Viminacium. I'll take a little bit of a break, and then I'm gonna wrap these vocal takes up with the 3 original songs that we've introduced for Project Viminacium. Okay, I will see you then. All right. Whew, feels good to get those wrapped up for this week.